watching BrownBeautysimor and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna tell you the story. It's a story time. Okay, the story I'm telling you today is my pregnancy story. I'm doing this video on a special request of you guys. I know my pregnancy story is not a new one, it's really old. But if you are my subby buddies, like my old subbies, you must know like I write diary. So I haven't forget anything yet, whatever I write on that diary. And my pregnancy journey was like my favorite thing in my whole life. I hope you guys gonna enjoy this story time video. I'm not very sure, maybe this video gonna be a long video because it's a long story. So it's better for you to grab chai or maybe tea or something. Let's begin when I got married. Okay, I got married in 2008. Then we went to Australia and I wasn't ready for a baby at all. I think in 2013 we came to Canada. Like we came in 2013 to Canada. So this is the time when I was ready for a baby. Okay, then suddenly there are some marriages in our family, so we skipped, like we thought we're not gonna have a baby right now. We're gonna plan after our India's visit. So we thought we're gonna have baby after my India's visit. Like we supposed to go to India in 2014 and January. So it was October 2013. We went to Alberta, Canada. Like it's a different state where I live. I live in Ontario, yeah. So we went to another state for some family reasons. And those were the days for my PTs. I hope you understand my language, yeah. Okay, so those were the days when I supposed to have okay, but I wasn't having those ones, so I was excited. Hey, maybe I'm pregnant, yeah. But like we're not gonna have baby right now, we're gonna have baby after a few months, like after 5-6 months we're gonna plan. But this thing was unplanned. I wasn't sure like I'm having a baby or so. I was just making stories in my hotel and I was thinking, oh, what's going on, and I was really keen and I was looking pharmacies around to buy that stick and do a test, but I couldn't find any. So I think we came back, we came back from there on 21st of October. Straight away from the airport I went to pharmacy and I bought that strip. I'm gonna find that picture and gonna upload here somewhere. You can see that picture. Okay, then I went to washroom and I just tested it and it was positive. I was so happy and I can't even explain how happy I was. I was literally crying. And I told my husband, because he was with me, yeah, I told him, hey, we are pregnant, and he was very happy as well. I saw happiness on his face. I'm not sure if he still remembered that face, or actually he's not very good for remembering memories. I am very good on that. So the time I saw this strip, I sent a text to my sister-in-law, that strip. I sent her that photo and she was really? She was very excited because she's my very good friend. I really love her. We are like really good friends. So I sent her a photo. After telling my husband, I told her. So she was very excited. She said, call me right now, call me. I called her and I talked to my mother-in-law. She was very happy. She was literally crying and my sister-in-law was saying like, why are you crying, yeah? Then I called my mom and I told her like I was pregnant. She was very happy. Next day we went to doctor for the blood test. Like we want to make this thing like proper sure, so we went for a blood test and it was positive, so I was pregnant, yeah, finally. Then I went to my job and asked them, I am pregnant, so I'm not gonna work like crazy from now because it's my trimester, so we have to be careful in that first trimester. So I was like a queen now. So at work, I used to not work that hard. I was just relaxing, having so much fun. And as I told you, we supposed to go to India after 5 or 6 months. And yeah, then I start my treatment. It was like going so fine. And my mom used to tell me like when she was pregnant, she never had any nausea, vomiting and all that bad stuff. And I was like so confident in myself, like, hey, I'm not gonna have either of them because my mom wasn't having any. So I was like really happy for that. And my nausea, I used to have really bad nausea. I was vomiting and I was dizzy and it was like really crazy. I used to hate eating and it's like weird feeling, yeah, but still I was loving everything. Like I never felt like hey, I hate it, I don't want this baby or something. I was loving each and everything, like that bad mood swings as well. I was loving everything that time. So everything was going well and I started my treatment. I started taking my vitamins and all that things. And first trimester I was loving eating oranges. Like oranges were my favorite those days. I used to eat tons of them. So yeah, I remember some of the days when I used to go to work on bus, and in bus I used to, sometime in bus, like it's I think 12 minutes ride in a bus, sometime I used to feel like really vomity. Right away after getting off from the bus I used to vomit at the bus stop. It happens like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, it was like really weird, but yeah, I have one more incident to tell. So those 3 months were difficult, not that easy, but still I loved all of them. And after 3 months I told my near dears and friends like I was pregnant, because my mom said don't tell till the first trimester because it's safe to tell later. So then I passed that trimester. I was so happy, and we booked the tickets for India. Like it was marriages in our house, like my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law both were getting married, so we went planning going there, real good shopping, and everything was going real well. And before I haven't had any ultrasound till my 4 or 5 months. Before going to India, I had my gender test and my first ultrasound, and I'm gonna find those ultrasound pictures and I'm gonna attach here somewhere. So that was the first ultrasound and I had a gender test, but she said she gonna give me reports in 5 or 6 days, and I was going to India next day, so I wasn't able to find what I'm having. Like I wasn't sure it's boy or girl. Then we went to India. While traveling, I think when I was getting off in Brussels, and I felt like a really bad vomiting kind. It was my 6th month, yeah, it was my 5th month in actual. So I was feeling like having a real bad vomit, and I vomit on my seat. It was like really embarrassing because everybody were getting off and I was the one who was vomiting in front of everyone. It was like really embarrassing. I was so embarrassed, and my husband said it's okay, don't worry, it's okay, it happened. He was like so calm, and I said okay. So that was great. Brussels to India, I was worried if I'm gonna get the same seat with that vomit. I am really sorry to those aircraft people. I didn't mean it, but I couldn't control it, so it was everywhere. Crazy. So we went to India. I used to not like going out for shopping, so I didn't buy any good clothes for marriages, so I wore my old stuff. That's crazy. We had marriage ceremonies in our home and I couldn't buy stuff because I wasn't feeling like going out for shopping. I don't know, I was like tired. I would love to relax, and I had so much fun in marriages. I danced like crazy because my doctor said you are really healthy and you are really fit girl, you are having a very healthy baby, you can dance, even you can do hip-hop. So I was like so confident. I was dancing like crazy, but I wasn't dancing, like I wasn't doing any hip-hop moves, but still my relatives were like really worried why she's done, and but I didn't care about them and I danced like crazy because I love dancing. Yeah, so we had so much fun there. And there was one day after marriages, I was sitting on bed and watching TV, and then first time I felt my baby was kicking me. It was like amazing feeling in whole world. It was like I can't even explain how much I loved it. So whenever he used to kick at night, like more often, so I used to feel him. I was loving that feeling freaking much. It was so much fun, and at that time I didn't gain that much weight, so it was like super difficult to realize like I am having a baby because I was like really flat. I was having before pregnancy I was like a really healthy girl. I'm very fat. I was 58.5 kgs. I checked my weight in India and I gained like only 4 or 5 kgs. Then we came back to Canada. The very first day after coming back, we went to our doctor. I went to my family doctor and got those gender reports, and I supposed to get the reports from her, and I supposed to go to my gynae, like my OB. So me and my husband, we got reports from there. Near to my family's doctor's clinic, there is a Dollarama next door. So I went to Dollarama to buy a nice filer folder for my baby's reports to go to OB. So I was finding a folder for that, and my husband was reading the reports. Then he came to me and said, "You know what we are having?" I said, "Okay, what was that?" He said, "We are having and that time he told me we are having himmat. I was like crying, and he was crying. Not crying, I saw tears in his eyes, because we were talking about himmat from a long time, maybe from 3 or 4 years. Like, himmat was always in my mind, in my heart. He was everywhere. And the time he told me we are having himmat, I was, "Oh really, we are having himmat? Oh my god, this is like dream come true." So this was the moment when my dreams were coming true. I was like so excited. I told him we're not gonna tell anybody what we are having. So we made a plan. We didn't tell anybody we are having a boy or a girl. So that time we went to OB. She did my checkup, and she said, "You're really healthy." So everything was good, and she said me I supposed to come every 4 weeks. So my appointments were going good. I was eating really healthy, and while my pregnancy I was like super into reading books. I was reading books like crazy. I was finishing piles and piles of books, and I used to go to library and get another one all about baby, because I was preparing myself to manage my baby by myself, because I need to know like what's gonna happen after baby and what I have to do, how to take care of baby, why babies cry, what to do, blah, blah, blah. I was reading tons and tons of books, and I was making so many notes. I was watching YouTube videos like crazy. I was like mentally, physically, emotionally, every way I was really ready for my delivery, because I read so much. Like, I was really ready. Still, I want my mom to be here, so I applied her visa. She got her visa in 6 days. So we booked her ticket after 10 days. So she was coming on 16th of June, and my expecting due date was 25 June. So she was coming like few days early than that. But I was feeling like I was always used to tell to my himmat that please don't come before my mom comes, because I don't want you to come early than her. So I always talk to my tummy like, "Hey, please stay there till my mom come. When she gonna come here, you can come like after a few hours maybe, okay?" So I was like talking to himmat this way. So she got visa. She was coming in 16th June. I was reading books. I was eating really healthy. I was drinking water like crazy. I used to drink like so much water. I was eating healthy. I was doing walking, and I was doing everything. So, and I was doing so much shopping for him. Like, I made so many lists. As I told you, I made everything. What I need for my hospital bag, what I need for himmat, what I need for himmat's bag, what I need himmat groceries or himmat's stuff for next 8 weeks. So I was fully prepared. I bought everything. I used to go to Target and everywhere in a bus. So one day I used to go to my OB in a bus as well, because I was really relaxed and very good. I don't care about my tummy and all that. I was healthy. I was doing walking. I was doing yoga. I was doing everything possible I can. So going to my OB's appointment by myself. My husband used to say like, I can stay home and I can go with you. I said, "No, don't worry, I can manage everything." One day I went to Target, and I was coming back, and it was like super difficult to walk, and then I realized I'm not gonna do more shopping for baby or for myself. I'm not gonna go out for walking, because it was getting difficult for me to walk. Like, I used to have so much pain in my lower abdominal. So that day I decided I'm not gonna go out for shopping like really far. I can go for a walk sometime. I was loving my pregnancy so much. I was loving that bump. I was so much in love with those moments I was having, like himmat's rolling around, he was kicking me. It was like amazing feelings. I can't even compare those feelings to something else, because they were superb. And my pregnancy was really healthy pregnancy. So I haven't had any, thank God, I haven't had any complications, nothing, so everything was going good. Yeah, a year back I talked to my family doctor like, hey, we want to plan a baby, can you do my test, like if I am healthy enough to have a baby? So she had all my tests, like she said, oh yeah, you are very healthy, you can have baby, but you start taking folic and start taking iron. So I was taking folic acid, iron and iron tablets from a year. So that time when I conceived baby, my iron was like on the level, and folic is like really important for a baby. It was a pleasure weather that time. It's really nice hot days in June in Canada. Like in November it's a hell cold, so if my baby is a cold baby I cannot even go for a shopping or maybe for a walk. So that time is a pleasure time. So everything was going on a track, everything was good. So my mom came on 16th June, and she came here on 16th June around 5 or 6 p.m. in the evening. So next day I supposed to go to my OB. So I said my mom, okay, let me take you to my OB. I'm gonna show you how medical stuff works here. She came with me to doctor, and it was not that near. We changed 2 buses, and she was like really surprised how I was confident. I was walking like crazy. So we went to our doctor. We came back. I thought I'm gonna cook my mama sag. I cooked her sag and we had a dinner, and I went to sleep. Till here it's my pregnancy story. It's to be continued.